Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mommy Ebbi's Healings podcast. Okay, I have not found a catchy name yet, and so I'm just going to use my LLC for in a moment while I figure that out. Um, Trying to do new things while being overly stimulated is interesting. Please be still, baby. Okay. I don't even think I need to even be as far into the mic. Let me stop because I just have to redo this anyways. So this podcast is centered around. I don't even know if this is a podcast. This YouTube video, whatever this is centered around. It's centered around emotional healing, emotional wellness throughout motherhood, regardless of where you are in your journey with motherhood. We all deserve to have emotional stillness, emotional intelligence, emotional understanding, and emotional compassion for ourselves as we navigate this hectic world trying to juggle ourselves and our role, new job position as a mama, okay? And if you are, especially in particular, single mothers, this one is dedicated to you, okay? To my BABYMA. This goes out to all my baby mamas. I got love for all my baby mamas. All right. And so I feel like I have seen a lot of mother content. I have not consumed it. But what I've seen is a lot of mothers coming from, the marital mothers, okay? The mothers who did it right, right? The mothers who followed the order. Um, I feel like they're the ones who are in the forefront of the content. I could be wrong. But I wanted to give honor and give respect to the misfit moms, okay, the Jezebel mothers, the gypsy moms, okay, the sinner moms, the moms who pregnancy and birth was low key a humiliation ritual for you, okay. So if if the Illuminati wanted me, I had already went through the humiliation ritual based off of my baby daddy. Okay, clock that. Okay, so I want to start this off aside from my ADHD rambling. I don't want to claim that, but just because of my rambling, I do want to start this podcast by giving honor and giving respect to the water spirit deity, the African deity, okay, the mothers of all mothers, okay, on this Mother's Day. The mothers of all mothers, the womb of all wombs, Miss Mommy Water. Okay, Miss Mommy Water. She is all over the African diaspora, but particularly in Nigeria. She is an Afro Caribbean and the African Atlantic. She's part of the African Atlantic spiritual traditions. She is a mermaid, okay? She represents wealth, fertility, healing, and beauty, clock that, but also destruction. Just as the ocean, right? The ocean can bring so much peace, so much healing, but it also can bring destruction. Let the winds pick up, let the waves come crashing down, okay? Things come crashing down. Boats, people, giving very much Titanic, giving very much Titanic. Um, let's give thanks, give honor to the Atlantic Ocean. During my pregnancy, I had an honor to be able to go and meet it and greet it. Um, you know, I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I feel like Yemaya is more of the Pacific Ocean deity, and Mami Wada is the Atlantic Ocean, okay? But check out my vlog on this YouTube on my channel, okay, where I was pregnant and I went to the waters. All right, there are some. I have visited the water spirits, the mother spirits of Africa, as I had to bring through from the spirit realm to the earth side this precious little being, okay? And so I feel very ethereal. I feel like an ethereal woman. Like you cannot tell me shit now that I've given birth. Okay? So yeah, so she's very much, they call her a fair skinned woman, okay? But you know me, I believe that all deities were dark skinned. All deities were dark skinned. Okay? Fight your mama, fight your grandmama, fight your dead great great grandma. Okay, in the ancestral realm. Hello, lady, but they were dark skinned. Okay, they said she's a divine healer from the Congo. Period. Okay, but I'm not about to sit here and pretend and act like I am the historian of the African deities. I feel like if we're going to give respect and honor, it has to come from the woman who has been birthed in Nigeria. Okay, the soil, her feet, her first time touching soil was the Nigerian soil. My American self can only read from Google. But if you want to get to the channel, you want to get to the full embodiment, you're going to have to get you a Nigerian lady. Okay? Pay respects to the Nigerians. Hey, y'all. I love y'all. Okay? Shout out to the South Africans. Shout out to Simi. That's a good album. She has a good album. Okay? She's a snake, the Kundalini. This is sensuality, the snake, the slithering. This is health and wellness, right? And so she's coming here today to bring us and grace us with her presence, with beauty, with fertility. You know, a woman, women think that generational wealth comes from money, property, and things like that. That is the masculine version of generational wealth. But generational wealth, as far as a woman, is your beauty, is your skin, the health wellness of your skin, right? The smoothness of being able to pass on good genetics to your children. Okay, that's the blessing. The health, right? Because you're the one who the children have, things is getting passed through, right? So making sure that your kids, that the eczema don't flare up as bad, okay? Things like that we have to give honor and grace. The beauty of your child, okay? It is a big blessing to have a beautiful and birth out a beautiful child. A beautiful child that is easy on the eye. All right? It's blessing to be a beautiful mother. Ain't nothing worse than being ugly as hell and having a beautiful baby. Ain't nothing worse than being beautiful as hell and having an ugly baby. Having a pretty baby and you being an ugly mama, or you being a pretty mama and having an ugly baby. Either way, one of y'all, it has to suffer. So being able to bring out generations and generations of beauty, that's tea. That's a blessing. That's generational wealth. All right? So take a moment and say, I am a very wealthy woman. I come from wealth. I bring the lineage of wealth because I brought the lineage of beauty and fertility. You are the mother. Okay, we getting into the episode. You are the mother. That is what this episode is called today. You are the mother. Okay? She ain't the mama. He ain't the mama. They ain't the mama. You the mama. Nobody is mommying but you. So, why did I say that? Back to Mama Waters. We as moms, we have an Ori. We have a deity. We have a divine woman over us. Okay? She is over us. She is this is a divine spirituality podcast. Do not come in here telling me about Christ and how you feel this is demonic. Ma'am, go. We just had to give her a little space so she could go. Because you know what? I'm be tired of black women telling me stuff that I don't need them telling me. You not the mama of me. Okay? You is not the mama of me. You is the mama of your child. You the mama. You not the mama, but you the mama. So we have an Ori. We have a divine mother that we answer to, that we pray to, that we give thanks to. That may be the Mother Mary for you. That may be Kalima for you. That may be, Rebecca and them. That may be Mother Madeline. Is that her name? That may be Yemaya. That may be Oshun. Okay? That may be Lakshmi. That may be Aphrodite. That may be Persephone for you. That may be Medusa. That may be whoever that is for you. That's for you. Okay? That's who you talk to. That's who you pray to. That's who you say, hey, help me be a fine ass mama and raise these kids. Because you need both. You need to be able to finance your beauty, your wellness, and take care of them kids. That is the ultimate wealth of a woman. The only thing I say is a heart of a woman. Right? The only thing that's saving you right now, baby mama, single mama, is your beauty. Ain't nothing worse. Ain't nothing worse than being a single mama and being ugly. You want them to be like, that man is a fool for leaving her and that baby. Let me take them and let us be a family. Okay? You don't you don't want a man to be like, I see why her ugly ass is left alone with that baby. And you know, man, he went in there, he went it out. Right? You want them to be like, that man is crazy. How he just gonna leave his child? Is really messing me up. How did he deny his own flesh and blood? He has to face reality. He will never get a finer baby mama. Okay? You said it's your child, and it really messed me up. How did you deny your own flesh and blood. So that's all I gotta say. I wanted to read a little bit more about Mommy Wada as we get into the nitty gritty of this heavy impact. I want to give a little nerdy. We're gonna get a little into it, little theories, and then we're gonna go into the main points that I wanted to give. Okay. So this is just the last little part. Mami Wada is an African spiritual tradition that encompasses worship of the pantheon of water spirits, especially popular in southeast Nigeria among the Efik, Ibibio, Igbo, and Anang people. Trading routes expanded Mami Wada's influence across a region stretching from Senegal to Zambia. With a female human upper half and a fish or serpent lower half, Mami Wada symbolizes many aspects of life, including good fortune, wealth, and healing, also the threat of destruction. She is sometimes depicted as the snake around her neck, which represents both divinity and the art of divination. She is celebrated near to and in water through communal transformative rituals of music and dance that transform history and memories of the South African continent. As we know, as people of the African diaspora who is here in America, we understand the significance of water. We understand the significance of the beach. We understand giving thanks and giving honor to the spirits who helped safely carry us through over the passages of the transatlantic slave ship shenanigans. Okay. Like I said, there's a video of me going to the back to the south, being in Savannah, Georgia, going to the water and greeting the Atlantic water. It was my very first time because it was my very first time being in the South, which I'm in love with. Okay, my family's from there. All right, my grandma's from Alabama. Okay, so it's very close to me as I am feeling called to go back home. All right, so before we go back home, we have to give honor to the water spirits. And so we just want to give her thanks as she opens us up emotionally. We go through these emotional stresses that gets us throughout motherhood, okay? And so we're going to be talking about different topics and just being real shit with each other. This is not no peace and love and happiness. This is just like, look, this is some real shit that we're going to have to deal with in mommyhood. I'm not no expert. I'm not doing all of those things. I mean, I can be, but I don't want to put that on me right now. I can really pop my shit, but I don't want to right now. Okay, so that's neither here nor there. Um, yeah. So yeah, like I said, the topic of today was you are the mother. And so today is the day before Mother's Day. Okay, I am almost reaching a year into mommyhood. Okay, this little one right here, she is 10 months, and it's been a journey. It has definitely been a journey. I have vlogged some a little bit of it. You see some of the earlier distress that I was in. And so now that I am coming out of this fog, I wanted to share some light and just have some conversations with you guys off of just what divine messages I've received this last year being underwater. I like to call it underwater because the baby was underwater, right? The baby it's a mermaid, it's a serpent, it's a little animal thing, okay? When it's in the womb and then it becomes human. So throughout that uteral journey, um all of that, there has been so many revelations for me, and such a crazy experience, right? You see me on a road, You saw me hustling. Okay, I have vlogs and all the things regarding that. But the conversation again, you are the mother. If this was Maury and a nigga was saying, you is my baby mama, and you was like, no, no, I'm not. I am not your baby mama. If that was you, if you was like, and he said, I'm going to take you to Maury, and I'm going to prove that you are my baby mama.
You are not.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Moriana Show. Thank you. So today we have a special episode. Normally we are, figuring out who does this baby belong to. A lot of times we have fathers denying their children. But today we have something very special. And the question is, are you the baby mother? Nah, Maury, nah, it's ridiculous. Look at this baby. Look at this baby. You're not gonna tell me? You're not gonna tell me that's not my baby mama? You're not gonna tell me, Maury, that's my baby mama? I know who I nut in. I know who I nut in, Maury. I know. Wow, that's interesting. This must be hard on you, Timothy. This may be really hard on you. This is rare. Many black men say that that's not their baby, but you here to say that's your child. And it's really messing you up, isn't it? Hey, Maury, I just wanted to say that's not my baby daddy. I don't know who he is, but that's not my baby daddy. I would never. He could never, okay? Do you see this? He could never. So here's the thing. I've seen the pictures. It do look like you the daddy. Now she said she could never, but then her homegirl said you was her sneaky link. So we just gonna get to the bottom of it. It is, Maury. I just want my kid. She ain't letting me see my kid, bro. She ain't letting me see my kid talking about I ain't the daddy. I'm the daddy, bro. Like, look at that baby, bro. That baby look like me. That baby look like me. That baby look like me, Maury. I swear to God, that baby look like me. Whatever. He ain't the daddy. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. Maury, they can do whatever they want. You not her daddy. Get that finger out my face. Get that finger out my face. I am. That's my baby. You really think you nutted in her? And I was getting it to her. I was getting it to her, Maury. I'm that bitch baby daddy. She my baby mama. Okay, sis. If he nutted, he nutted. If he didn't nut, he did not. Did he nut anyone? Did he at least go? So he didn't, but hell no. Maury. Okay, well, guess what? We finna find out right now. In acts of 10-month-old little baby Jojo, Shaquita Johnson, you are the baby mama. You are the baby mama. It is 99.98% that you are the mama. He's not my baby daddy.
Maury will be like, in the question of little Job Jenkins, Timothy is saying that Shaniqua is his baby mama and little Jojo Jr. is her child. Ma'am, the results are in, and it reads, you are 99.98% Jajobi's mama. You are Timothy's baby mama. You are the mother. Are you going to kick, run, scream? Am I going to have to follow you in the camera? Am I? Am I going to have to do that? Or am I going to have to chase you with my iPhone, ma'am? And make you accept that you are the mother? Or are you going to man up, woman up, okay, grab them by the pussy? Are you going to accept the fact that you are the mother? This year, first year of motherhood, I have had every woman tell me something as though they knew better than me. I've had to yell, "Give me back my baby." I know what my baby wants. My baby is not hungry. My baby is hungry. My baby wants the boob. No, the boob is not too thin for the baby. No, the baby is not starving. This is how the baby is supposed to eat. No, you cannot give the baby soda. The baby is only 6 months. No, the baby is not eating chicken wings at 4 months. No, do not give my baby iced tea. No, she is too hot. I'm not about to put this jacket on this baby. No, she don't like socks. I know she don't like socks. She's like her mama. Take them socks off that baby. My baby gets hot. She sweats. Then she get eczema because she's hot. Then she's breaking out because she's hot and she was sweating. Now her scalp is inflamed because she was hot and sweaty. Take that blanket off my baby. No, I'm not irresponsible. No, this baby is not freezing cold. Her hands are cold because it's been in her mouth. Get that blanket off my baby. I'm not about to argue with you about a hypothetical parenting decision. Stop asking me what I'm going to do. Stop telling me what to do. This is my baby. Again, stop putting a blanket on my baby. People feel entitled to tell you how to raise your child. And the thing is, you are responsible for saying, hey, this is my baby. I am the mother. Or you have the gift of giving that baby away to somebody else. Relinquishing your parental rights, right? And this is not even on no official, you went to the court, you signed paper. No, this is not even about that. This is you letting your mama take control over you with your baby because you want to break so bad that you're willing to give her the baby like it's her child. There's no peace ever in letting your mama raise your baby. You might think in your head, hey, I'm just not financially there. The baby will be better with my mama. She got more money. You know what? My mama this, that, and the third. My mama, if the baby would be better with my mom. The baby would never, ever, 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 ever be better off with your mama. Ever. Never, ever will be better off with your mama. Your baby will be never, ever, 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 ever better off with your mama. You are the mother. And this doesn't have to be your mother. This could be your aunt. This could be your great grandma. This could be your sister. This could be somebody else. This could be a cousin. I've noticed that a lot of women, the moment we receive help from other people when it comes to our children, they take it on as though they know better about your child and how to raise your child than you. Like the saying says, there's too many chefs in the kitchen. There's too many people making a decision based on your child when at the end of the day, it is your decision. The child is going to be looking at you. They're not going to be looking at grandma. They're not going to be looking at TT. They're not going to be looking at pastor. They're going to be looking at you. You are the one who's going to take the blame, the fault, the whatever when it comes to how that kid ended up once they hit adulthood. How prepared they are once they get to adulthood. My mama frowning up And me deciding to take my baby to this daycare ain't got shit to do with me. Her emotions ain't got shit to do with me. That's number one, honey. People's emotions and how they feel, their opinions on the decisions you make that is best for you. If you took the time and you sat there with God in meditation and in prayer and you said, God, what is the best school for my child? Mommy Water, lead me the way, part the sea in the passage to get me to the best school, the best daycare, the best teacher, the best nanny, the best whoever. God, lead me to the right people for my baby. Once you make that claim, once you give it up to God, once you make your connection with your Ori, you relinquish anybody else's opinion about what you should do for your child. The only person you need to be having this conversation with is your baby's father. If it is not your child's father, nobody else matters. If he gave you and relinquished his parental rights to you and said that he trusted you with his seed to make the right decisions, that's all that matters. Keep it at that. Stay trusting in that. Leave it at that. Nothing else. If he gave it to you, and he said, hey, the thing that should be considered a value to me, I am giving to you, that says a lot. That says that you can stand on your own in making those decisions. So stand on that. Stand 10 toes on that. Outside of that person, there's nobody else that matters and has a say about the decisions that you make in regards to you, your child, or children. I don't care that they watch them on Saturdays. If watching them on Saturday means that I give up my rights and my say, I don't need you to watch them on Saturday. Same with teachers in daycare. Ma'am, at the end of the day, I know what is best for me. Do not go into number 2. You are the mother. Do not be going into these doctors' offices, these dental offices, these whatever you gotta go to in pertaining to the child. Do not go in there with the mindset that they know more than you. All they are doing is data collecting the data, collecting for a study. You are just a study to the doctor's office. They are not God. They don't know. They are not the ancestors. They're not the spirit teams, the spirit guides. Those are the only people you should be consulting about your child. The doctor, tell them what they need to know and get your butt up out of there. You should not be overloading, dumping. That was not your friends. That nurse, yeah, she's sweet. Yeah. But that is her job. That is her check. She is listening to take notes. The school social worker, the school counselor, the teacher, all these people are collecting a study. It's a study. I am collecting data. How many times a day do you change the pamper? In my notes, 5 times a thing. Is it ranked normal, in the normal range of babies' wet diapers? Or is it alarming? Is it too much or is it too little? Outside of that, I don't need to know that the baby is allergic to Pampers and you prefer Huggies and things like that. They don't need to know any of your business. They don't need to know that you're sad and depressed and you hate motherhood. At those doctor's appointments, when they ask you how you're doing, just say you're fine. I don't care if you were mad at your baby father that day. You need to say that you were fine, that you were okay. When you're going into these places and spaces, just tell me what your standard information that y'all know. Do your standard job. I keep quiet so we can make this even faster than it needs to be. And let me get out of there. But I'm not sharing unnecessary information that all they're going to do is gossip or over catastrophizes it and making it an emergency. Anything you say, any extra information that you say is added into the case, added into their notes, just to protect them from any lawsuits. Never is it about being caring. They are literally just being nice. Nothing more, nothing less. Again, you are the mother. Do not be going in asking the nurse how to get the baby to sleep. How to do this, that, and the third. Don't be crying on the nurse's shoulder and shit like that. Get in there, get out. Do you have any questions? No. How's the baby doing? Great. Answer the questionnaire, the ages and stages, and get your ass up out of there. You are the mother. They're not with your baby. They may have studied child development for 3 months. They only covered your baby's sleep schedule for 1 week. That nurse probably missed class that week. You don't know. You know your baby. You are intuitive. Motherhood is so spiritual. It's so spiritual. And if you're not going to connect with a spirit, it is going to be very hard for you navigating. You are the mother. Act as such. I wanted to have 3 points. Oh, here's my third one. Okay. I was like, I had another point. But here's the third one. Now, I really should have made this a separate video. I'm going to make this a separate video so that it'd be very thorough. It'd be very in-depth about this point and this theory that I'm talking about, so you could really grasp and understand it as I am making this third point. Okay. So, like I said, everybody and their mother has an opinion, right? What is that Eminem song? Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. It's just a bunch of gibberish. So you got to remember that on your motherhood journey, because it gets worse and worse. This is just the beginning. And if you have allowed it already when they're month 4, if you're already relinquishing your stance, you're already being a little punk at month 2. Okay, when you can be erratic, when you can utilize your postpartum rage or postpartum emotions and things like that, if you are already being a punk, you're going to have an even harder time the older the baby gets. By the time the baby is 7, the only person who the baby going to listen to is your mama. And then there's going to come a point where her ass is so old, baby ain't even going to listen to her either. You have to think about these things. You have to make a stance. This is your call to open your voice. This is your call to talk your shit. This is your call to say, at the end of the day, this is my child. Like I said, this is not a conversation you are having with your significant other, the step parent, the bonus parent, the person you're in a union with. This is not a conversation I'm saying pertaining to them. This is not something you're going to say to their father, whether he half-ass in it or not. Okay, regardless of how many pinky toes he got in parenthood, this is not about them. This is about really other women, because I don't have this issue with men. Men are very respectful. This is a situation, this is a thing when it comes to women. The women in our lives, the village, okay? Now, they like to tell me, this is not just your baby. Ma'am, I was deep throating. I was throwing it back. I experienced the heartburns. I said yes to the dick. I was the one 69. I was the one taking and swallowing them big ass pills. I was the one pushing. I was the one who had the epidural. I was the one who was only numb in one leg. Okay. All that for nothing. Cause I am the mother. The fuck? I am the motherfucking mother. Don't tell me. And women like to tell you because they think that they know more than you, because their baby is 16. Their baby is 55. Their baby is 67. Their baby is dead. Their baby is... They like to tell you. They like to tell you. So at the end of the day, you gotta be like, it is my baby. It is. But you gotta understand the part of like I'm looking at this box right now. It says share the love. So we have to share the love. We do have to share the baby. Okay. You know, you're going to have to let them feed the baby the chicken wing. Okay. I know you want to say no. I know you want to say no. You're gonna have to let them have the chicken wing. You're gonna have to let them snap at the baby. You're gonna have to let them tell the baby to sit their ass down somewhere. You're gonna have to let the baby be raised by the village, right? However, you are not demoting yourself as the stance as the ultimate supreme of this child, the ultimate say so, the decision maker. If you agree with the correction that somebody is giving your child, allow them to correct your child. However, especially if it's fair, but you don't allow nobody to mistreat your child, but you don't let nobody raise your child. There's a difference from letting them correct them, love them, speak life into them, teach them. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, my aunt be talking to my baby and be telling her to say this, to say that, right? Like, she's helping her with her vocabulary. Sometimes I'm tired. That's the last thing. I'm over here thinking about how I'm gonna get the enough income to afford our life. I'm thinking about our regular things that I'm not saying. Say such and such's name. Say mama. Say daddy. Okay, she ain't saying that because her daddy ain't around. And I'm so glad that her first words was mama. Because I was going to be so mad. Like, I know. I know they a baby, but that will be the first time I had to cuss her out. Like, like now what you not gonna do? Like, mama gonna accept everything. I am going to accept everything. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna, do all the things. But what you not gonna do is to have your first words be daddy, dad. No, no. Now that's where we draw the line. Do you want me to go give you to the foster care system? Because clearly you don't want to be here. All right. Do I need to drop you off at the fire station? Because what you're not going to do is say daddy as your first words. And so she knew. So her first words was mama. And that's all she said. Mama, mama, mama. And I'd be like, clock it every time, period. Okay. But, you know what I mean? The people, the village, they're going to contribute. They're going to help. Like, there's things that they do in the ways that they are that the baby is going to watch and the baby is going to see, that they're going to take up and adopt, right? It's not all on you. Even as a single mom, when you feel like it isn't all on you. I wanted to make this a segment, but it's not. It's just, I'm just thinking, whatever. I'm going to just talk. I was going to, you know what, this saves a lot of editing us as well, because I don't have to do all of that. But, like I was saying, okay, I think we're going to call this the Big Mama Talking Shit series, because I got a lot of shit to talk. And fuck Lotto, she's not going to miss culturally appropriate Big Mama. She has a white mother. She cannot be Big Mama. She cannot coin Big Mama when her mama is white. Her mama is not a Big Mama. She could be Mima, but she cannot be Big Mama. Mima, not Big Mama. Anyways, so I just be talking shit. And I just had to talk that shit. You is the mama. So like I was saying, it's okay that they correct your baby, but having all these opinions, you don't need to be asking for permission to put your baby in this school. You don't need to ask for permission to homeschool your baby. You don't need to ask for permission to be vaccination free. You don't need to ask nobody's permission for you to be a cannabis mama. Okay? You want to go garden, you want to go smoke your weed, do that. You don't need nobody's permission. Okay? You don't need, okay, who told you you could come and rearrange me? Certainly not me. Okay? Nobody can tell you how to be a mama, what type of mama you need to be. You are the mama. You choose what is the best way for you to be a mama. You want to go sometimes and drink a beer, take a shot, shake ass. You want to still be a stripper. You want to be a hoe. You want to be whatever. You are the mama. You could be whatever type of mother you want to be. On this Mother's Day weekend, what type of mother do you want to be? Who are you as the mama? Now that we have established that you are the mama, who is the mama? What type of mama is you? And so sometimes I am going to be an ethereal mother. Sometimes I am going to be a siren. Sometimes I'm going to be bougie. Sometimes I'm going to have a bust down in the middle part. Sometimes I'm going to have something else. That's just who the mama I'm going to be. I'm going to be a ghetto fabulous mama. I'm a cuss. She gonna see me throwing that ass in a circle, dancing, getting boogie. I'm gonna be weird. I'm gonna do that. Nobody can tell me what type of mama. If you want to be a wanderer, if you want to go hop hippity hop around town with your kid, that's your decision. Regardless of if a person says you shouldn't do that, the kids need stability. At the end of the day, you are the mother. You're gonna raise them how you see fit. Regardless of what my opinions are, regardless of your mother, you want to raise your children in the South, you go raise your children in the South. You want to raise your children in Los Angeles, pack your bags and move to Los Angeles with them kids. You want to be up under that man, be up under that man. You want to be a single mother, single and fine, still for the streets, be a mama for the streets. You want to lead them kids with their grandma real quick so you can swallow other children? Do so. You want to be a trifling mama? Do so. Really though, don't be a trifling mama. Like I support all types of mothers, but a trifling mama, that's where I draw the line. Don't be a trifle. My grandma said that to me. She was like, you could be anything, but don't be a bad mama. I said respect. Respect, Granny. I'm gonna make sure that you don't want to be no trifling ass, scandalous ass, hating ass, funky ass, mean ass, ugly ass mama. You taught me anything you're giving me. You always keep it inside. You're the driving force of my life. Oh, oh, oh. And there's anyone that I can be. You're the one that feel right. If I didn't have you by my side. Ooh, you never cared for me until I never cared for me. The skies were gray. And you and I was there, you were always there to comfort me. And no one else can do what you have been to me. You will always be, and you will always be the girl in my life for all time. Ooh, mama. And so, with that, mommyhood has triggered and brought up a lot of memories for us this first year postpartum, right? Thinking about all the stuff that comes up for you as a mommy, a lot of the memories of how you was raised as a mom. I mean, how you was raised as a kid, as a baby. You get to kind of see glimpses of how your parent was with you as a baby. Some of those memories of like, damn, I really was sitting there crying because she had me crying it out. That's why I'm a real ass bitch. Don't give a fuck about a nigga now. Right? But I'm not gonna let mine cry it out. I'm gonna hold her a little longer. So it just depends. It just depends on the people. You know what I mean? What you're gonna bring, what's gonna come out for you, what your journey was like, what your mother's journey was like that. But at the end of the day, your journey and her journey wasn't the same journey. My mama was a mama in the 90s. She came with me out the womb during the riots. Okay, the riots and all those things. The economy was different. Hell, TV shows was different. Okay, she probably had me birthing me out. I'm listening to Living Single soundtrack or something. I don't know when was Living Single out. We are living single. Ooh, in the 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my girl. They were listening to Queen Latifah on the radio, but we got Lotto. Bars. I feel like that should go to a beat like something New York, like a old New York 80s type of beat. Check it. Yo, da, da, da. Check me out, door. Yeah, da, 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 da. We used to listen to Queen on the radio. No, that I I pumped us up for no reason. I pumped us up for no reason. That wasn't good. We used to listen to Queen on the radio. Now these hoes gotta listen to the lotto. Pull babies on in the stroller. I gotta say, Sunday service, yeah, I told you. The baby singing about 20 back Suburbans. But we was talking about having and wearing our turbans. Look at what Mama Hood done to us. I wish we was listening to Living Single. Now we got poor minds on the iPad, but we should have been listening to what Shabazz said. I was supposed to be looking up when Living Single came out, and y'all got me over here trying to. I cannot think of a beat and rap at the same time. It's gonna be one or the other, and like my brain wants to get into the beat, and then my brain also wants to get into the bars, and then they're like at war fighting each other. Like, no, let me get out the beat. No, let me get out the bars. No, no, and so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So, Living Single came out in 1993. So, yes, at 1 year old, I'm over here listening to Living Single, but our children are now born and they're listening to Mulatto. Okay? Big Mama, who that Big Mama? We that Big Mama, yeah. I love that. And they call it big. I ain't gonna even act like I'm not a Lotto fan. I love Lotto. I just feel like technicality wise, she should not coin Big Mama. I think that she should give it to me. That's all I'm saying. I think as she is retiring, she should give Big Mama to me, because if anybody gonna carry the lineage of the Big Mama, it is me, a dark skinned big bitch. Okay, a dark skinned big bitch. If this is not the motherland, I just felt like, look at this picture that this girl made. You see that? It's giving motherland. I done found it. She threw it out in the trash and I picked it up. Shout out to that artist right there. The rest of this, that's me. I'm the artist. That one over there, that's another girl. I think she moved. I never got to meet her. I wish I did. It's probably not even her. She could be Mexican. Could be black. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know where I was going. I feel like I'm talking lower and lower. Am I turn my music up? Turn my mic up some more. Up a little bit more. Okay. Mama always taught me to be careful who I love. And Daddy always out, make sure he's right. And so you have to make the decision for yourself. Hey, there's a deck. There's a tarot deck. Now we're about to get into some tarot. I make sure that the tarot card would be the very last thing that we talk about. I should have got my ancestral cards, but I gotta find all of the cards together. Some of them is in the bed, some of it's on a crack somewhere is on a windowsill, some of it is under a chair, some of it is in the baby's mouth. Those cards are everywhere, so I don't have the time or the energy to. But I will keep the cards at the end of the segment as the last segment. to just give a message and word of wisdom for the moms. But I make this a last segment just as respect, right? We got to give respect to get respect. As respect to women who is like, look, I like what you be talking about. I like your messages. I like the things that you say. I just don't get down with them tarot cards. I put it at the end so that you can watch the whole episode and then turn it off at that point. One time a girl said that to me on a YouTube channel and I handled it very immaturely. And so I want to just handle it maturely and from the get go and compromise. Because I believe in compromising. This is a relationship. And so this is for your listening ears. And so, yeah. I don't know why I was going with that. I lost my train of thought. Let's see if I can put the baby down a little more. She's sliding, so let me try to put her. There we go. 'Sisters, how y'all feeling? Brothers, y'all all right? I just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to know. I just wanted to know. Two of water. That's an emotional decision. Two of water. What are you going to decide for yourself emotionally, honey? You have some emotional decisions you need to make. Are you going to stick to this relationship? Are you going to make these things work with this man? Are you going to do this all alone? Are you going to allow your mother to control the whole aspect of your journey? Are you going to put the baby in the daycare? Are you going to chase your dreams? Are you going to give up? Are you going to give that job? Are you going to stay at home? There's so many emotional decisions, right? It's like a decision paralysis that we have to do. We always have to make a great emotional decision. Show you the card. Shit. Oh shit. Shit. Oh shit. Okay. Shit. I'm gonna just do one more card. Ace of Fire. This is the beginning of a new conflict. Because when you make a decision for yourself, it is going to bring conflict. But if you're afraid of conflict, right? A lot of us have, before motherhood, we were people pleasers. We were little punks. We were in our maiden energy, right? This docile, I been I started watching Ella Enchanted, and the beginning of the movie talks about how she was given the gift of obedience and she had to obey every order she gets, and the challenge is for her to combat that obedience, to make a decision that is best for her. And now I haven't finished the movie. I never really watched it in its entirety, but I had paused it at that point. And so it's just funny that I had paused it and I haven't gone back to it, but I'm gonna go back to it to listen to it. But that's one of the things it talked about was this thing of obedience. And so when you're being raised as a child, right? As a child, you're being trained up in the way in which you should go. And so you're being trained, you're being raised to follow instructions, to get obedience. The biggest premise, the biggest accomplishment, the biggest determination of whether or not you are a good mother is the ability to have your children listen to you and obey your commands. If people see that your children are listening to everything that you say, they will call them well mannered. They will give you praise. They will say that you are a good mother. And so the biggest push, the biggest cause of child abuse and of harsh discipline for a child is stemming from the peer pressure to be deemed as someone who has control over their house, who is a good mother based off of the obedience and the submission of their children. And so if we at the family barbecue and my 5-year old is playing in dirt, but I said, hey, come here, but they continue to play in the dirt, and my mother's around, my aunt's around, this person's around, your cousin's around, all these people around, they're going to look and wait to see if you're going to snatch that child up to make them listen. And if they don't listen, are you going to whoop their ass to make sure that you state your dominance of, hey, I am the head honcho here. And this is why our parents are snickering and laughing and kikiing at our gentle parenting techniques, because they are assuming that it is permissive, passive parenting, right? But you have to make the emotional decision. Am I going to become a mother to appease and to chase the approval of other women, or am I going to do it for myself? For me to feel a sense of accomplishment, for me to feel like I am proud of the mother that I was. I am proud of the decisions that I have made. Not am I making my mother proud of the decisions that I am making. You cannot go into this motherhood situation in this mindset of being the obedient child. You are no longer a child. When I was a child, I spoke like a child, I acted like a child, but when I became an adult, I put away childish things. Are you going to continue to be childlike yourself? Right? The question is, who are you going to be as a mother? Are you going to be a childlike mom? Are you going to be like, Mom, can you get the baby some diapers? Mom, can you go do this stand up for me? Mom, can you watch the baby so I could go to the club and hang out with my friends? Mom, I want to buy her some shoes. Can you buy her some shoes? Mom, can you pay for my rent? Mom, can you pay for my wedding? Mom, can you pay for this? Dad, can you do that? Dad, can you blah blah blah? Grandma, can you blah 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 blah? Grandma, can you blah 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 blah? Grandma, can you take her to church? Grandma, can you da 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 da? Grandma, can you da da da? Grandma, boom 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 boom. Grandma, right? Are you going to continue to be holding on and clinging to your childlike role? And so this brings me to the discussion that I was trying to tell y'all about Erickson's stages of development for emotional development, and that we all are supposed to, based off of how our mothers raised us, based off of how our mothers accomplished these emotional milestones, their mother, with based off of what their mothers done for them, will determine how the child is going to be, right? And so you have to, right now, in this state and in this mind that you're in this era that you're in, right? Especially if you are approaching your 30s, the 30s, you're trying to juggle all of it, right? You're trying to juggle what stage of development your child is in, what stage of development you're in, and what stage of development either your mother is in or your significant other, right? So your husband, you need to figure out what stage of development he's in. Is he stunted? Is he having developmental delays within this emotional sector, right? And so go to this next video. I'm going to tell you about the Erickson stages of development, okay? And we're going to have that discussion in thorough so that you can see what stages of development and what era of life you're in based off of your age, your child based off of their age, your and whoever is the extended member. Usually a child, when raising a child, it's a 3-strand cord. So it's us, it's the child, and it's somebody else. It's usually either the father, or you're going to end up attaching somebody, the godmama, your sister, your mama. Is going to be somebody there that you are attaching that help you with that child. Okay, their dad is not here to help me raise this child. Mama, mama, brother, sister, your brother. We happy and we singing and regular, do 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 do, right? Stepdaddy, sugar daddy, throat baby. Okay, so that third person, you have to see where they are in their stages of development too, to help you navigate smoothly this thing called parenthood, motherhood. But with these things, with you not people pleasing, with you not utilizing the survival techniques that has helped you, right? So being quiet, being submissive was how I survived living in my mother's home, right? But as a mom, that cannot be me. And so you're going to have this ace of fire. You're going to have that fire within you. You're going to have this new beginning of conflict. There, you're going to have to endure the arguments of, hey, at the end of the day, I am her mother. I decide. I don't give a fuck what you think. Burn the bridges. And then I'm just going to pull 3 cards, and then we're going to read it, and then we're going to end. So this is like, he had fire, California poppy. Sorry. See how beautiful these cards are? I watched this food influencer. He's so cool. He's from Cali. Excuse me. And every time he does something, he be like, letter this, letter that, letter that. Let's come on. Right. And so that's all. Let us tarot card. Let us chat. Let us mother. Let us Carne Asada. Let us Cali. Let us Los Angeles. Let us South Central. Let us podcast. Let us YouTube. Let us go. Okay, let's go. He'll go to McDonald's. Yeah. Let us McDonald's. Let us make a D. Let us. I love it. Okay. So let us. I want some lettuce. The hang one is at the bottom of the deck. You know, that's the hangman. The hangman is about shifting your perspective and changing how you view things. Again, you are the mother. And this brings me to the very, very, very last point. I feel like this should be an episode on its own. But because this is it. This is my last thing that I have to say. So what did I say for number 1? Number 1, you are the mother. 2, What I say? You're the Ori. I don't know. I don't know what these points are. But number 3, your mother is not your baby father. This is for the single mothers and the single married mothers. Your mother is not your baby father. So like I told you, you need to look at the third person stages. So if you're trying to add your mother as your third person, as the 3-strand cord to you raising this child, you need to understand something. She has already went through it. She already went through her journey. She went through hell and back. She went through her, I don't know. She went through her, I don't know how I'm gonna feed this baby. She went through the, I only got $10, but the baby need diapers and I need some toothpaste. Okay, she already went through all of the things. You cannot try to make her be the mother for you. You cannot make her do your assignment for you. None of the things. This is your calling. You call. Like I said before, I was the one who threw that ass back. I had my legs spread open for my baby daddy. I whispered in his ear, come at me. I was gagging. I was gagged. You deserve rounds tonight. Oh, come through, girl. You deserve rounds tonight. I received the rounds tonight. Oh, I went through there and got rounds that night. How they do it? My mom wasn't. My mama didn't come through. Come through. Girl, you know you got things to do. Girl, you know we got things to do. So bring your ass over here and come through. She wasn't. It wasn't her. She didn't explore. She didn't receive. She didn't go chasing the waterfall. She did not come again and again and again and again and again and again to receive this child. This is not her love child. This is not her love seed. She gets to be free. I just want to be free. Free. It is me. It is me, it is me, it is me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. My mother is not my baby father. I did not sleep with my mom to have this seed. She did not have the inches to impregnate me. That is so disturbing to say, but it's the truth. She didn't do nothing to bring this baby earthside. Therefore, her finances, her time, her emotions is just emotions taking me over. I'm caught up in sorrow, lost in a song. And if you can come back, come home to me, darling. Don't you know that nobody left in this world with me? Don't you know that nobody left in this kiss goodnight? But you know what I mean? She's not the person who's going to hold you tight, kiss you goodnight, none of the things. So she's not going to be the person who's paying child support. Your mother should not be paying child support. Your mother should not be paying for the baby's daycare. Your mother should not be paying for the baby's this, that, and the third. I should not be going to if I am going to my mom for a need, I am going to pay it back to her. If If I gotta borrow something from, like the other day, I needed diapers and I needed wipes. She was gracious enough, and I was just talking to her. I was like, look, I need to go to Costco's because I need to go this, that, and the third. She was already at Costco's, so she had gotten the wipes and she had gotten the Pampers for me. I asked her, how much was it? She told me it. I gave her the money for it. Did I want to give her the $60? Hell no, I didn't want to give her that $60. Hell to the no, I did not want to give her the $60. I really was looking like, girl, you really just gonna make me pay you back for my baby's diapers and wipes. And my Ori had to say, hell the fuck yes, because you know what? That is not her child. It did not mess her up. She is not denying her own flesh and blood. If there's anybody you're going to peg, beg, neg, all the things. There's anybody I am going to hassle about finances and financially taking care of my baby, it would be her father. And since I decided that I was not going to hound him for the 25 cents of child support, I am not going to ask my mama for the $25. This was my decision to keep this baby. It is my finances to do what I have to do. If I gotta do what I gotta do if the baby is on the bedroom floor crying because she's hungry. And the only way to feed my baby is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money because her daddy's gone. I'm going to have to do that myself. Okay? What would you do? You should not be calling your mama. If the baby is on the floor because she's hungry and the only way to feed her is to sleep with the man, you better sleep with the man and not call your mama asking for McDonald's money for the baby. And girl, I hope when you sleep with that man, you get you some beans and rice, and you get you, get you a pack of beans, get you a pack of rice, get you a pack of chicken, and get you a sack of potatoes. So you and the baby could always have a meal, so you don't have to sleep with that man for a little bit of money every week. Maybe you could do it every month. If the sugar daddy, again, I don't judge the mother you are as long as you're not a trifling ass, ugly ass, bitchy ass, broke ass, jealous ass, hateful ass, abusive ass mama. I don't judge whatever type of mama. This is a safe space to be the type of mama you want to be as long as you're not a trifling mama. You are a drunken mama, be a drunken mama. You a high ass mama, be a high ass mama. You on shrooms, baby, be on shrooms. I love you. Like I said, you slept with that man for a little bit of money. Do what you gotta do, mama. But at the end of the day, your mother is not the baby father. So she is not liable to give you money. She's not liable to feed the baby. She's not liable to babysit the baby. She has a life of her own. Mama got a life too. She has sacrificed her life for you. There was a time she couldn't go to the club. There was a time she couldn't go to the movies. There wasn't a time where she couldn't just up and go unless she found somebody to watch you. Pay somebody to watch you. Whatever the case may be, don't try to make her relive that experience with your seed. You do that on your own. And so let me read these cards, the descriptions of these cards, and then that's the end of this video. This is the end of our first episode. I really want to call this Big Mama Talking Shit. Big Mama. Okay. Now I can't boogie with y'all like I want to because the baby is knocked out on my lap. let me put my boob back in my nursing bra. If this is not a mother podcast, I don't know what is. Okay, please expect all types of interruptions as the episodes proceeds. We don't know. We don't know. The baby is unpredictable. We just gotta ride the wave. Motherhood is unpredictable. Ride the wave. But remember, you know what to do because you are the mother of little Jabobo. Hey, Jabobo. Tell your mama I said, hey. How's your mama? Jabobo. May she rest in peace if she is deceased, okay? May she rest in peace if she is deceased. That's an ancestor right there. Pay homage, pay respects, pay love to the black ancestral mothers who have crossed over to the other side. For I will rather drown than to be held in bondage. That had nothing to do with each other. But I just felt like they belonged together. It was so poetic, okay? But them dying by suicide from the slave has nothing to do with your mother dying from whatever she died from, okay? And I'm not making light of that too because it is Mother's Day. And so I just want to pay respects in a moment of silence for the mothers who have gone. You know, they say that also to the mamas who lost their children. It's your Mother's Day too, mama. And I'm hugging on you. But they said that the birds, I don't know if you guys heard the chirping of the birds through this microphone, but they said that the birds are messengers from the other realm. So they was talking to y'all in a moment of silence. Okay, so 2 of water is Milo. Let love in. Soften dry and brittle wounds. Welcome genuine connections. Welcoming love in, right? That 2 of water, 2 of cups, 2 of emotions, a relationship. Okay, the little single mama's a relationship. Get you some new fire, get you some new dick. Okay, he got fire. Reignite your fire. You know, this is dedicated to the single mommies. Don't punish yourself sexually for the decision that happened off of who we ended up having a baby by. My baby daddy does not mean that I deserve to be punished in a drought because I had his child. Because that man trapped me with a baby does not mean I need to be punished and deprived of ecstasy, of intimacy, of my sexuality. Being a single mother does not mean that you need to be shamed of your sensual nature. Okay, I may have the A across my chest. They may call me the scar. They may have me walking around with the scarlet letter. But you know what? Who gives a fuck? Loser. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Okay? Who cares? You deserve you deserve love. You deserve romance. I know that it was very heartbreaking, especially having, that emergency room, being in that emergency room by myself, well, my mama was there, but there were moments where she wasn't there either. Not even being in an emergency room, being by myself after giving birth with a baby, just being by myself for hours was so sad. And having to go through that was the most saddest thing ever. People coming in and it's so humiliating with people asking you about who to put down for the birth on the birth certificate, having to do all of those things by yourself was painful and humiliating. And so don't punish yourself thinking like I have to go into celibacy, abstinence, and all these things because of this experience, this particular experience, right? Hi, Mama. How was that sleep? Was good? Okay, let's put you down. Let's put you in your walker. Whew. Gotta do the Harlem Shake. Okay. Okay. Now she's about to start moving, so the camera now might be starting to get unfocused. Marshmallow grows at the edge of a garden. The sturdy stalks, heavy with soft green leaves, reach up to the bright blue sky, and the plant is covered in white flowers with delicate pink centers. A ruby-throated hummingbird suspended in air. Okay, suspended in the air, nurses on the nectar. Another sips from the flower that has fallen into the stone fountain of Aphrodite. Aphrodite reminds us that vulnerability and sovereignty create relationships that are self renewing. Allow yourself to be drawn in by what you love. Mallow attracts many pollinators, delightful hummingbirds among them, okay? The baby attracts a lot of men. Lord, a lot of men, okay? Oh, a lot of men. And many men, many, 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 many men wants to come in me. Oh, I don't fuck no more. I only suck dick some more. Have mercy on me. Period. Allow your okay, good. Mommy, almost done. Allow yourself. Where was I? I lost my train of. Oh, allow yourself to be drawn in by what you love. Mallow attracts many pollinators, delightful hummingbirds among them. Lightness of being fosters an open heart. Growing tall in watery marshlands, mallow shows that when you reach out with a gentle yet steadfast hand, okay? Harmonious unions follow. So you reach out your hand for help and a harmonious union will follow, okay? So just because something didn't go right with the baby father does not mean you won't have a delectable union with someone else who will give you that helping hand. But it is not your mother. Do not relinquish your parental rights to your mother. Mallow root tea cools the pain of dry, brittle wounds. Take time to soften your sharp edges. Being a single mother brings out these sharp edges. I am the sharpest sharp bitch now ever than I ever was before. Like I told you, you are now having new fire, new conflict with people because you are now speaking your shit, popping your shit. Okay? You are the mother. And so you have these sharp edges. We have these sharp edges because we have just went through this humiliation ritual. And God is saying, trust again. Trust men again. There's not, God has been bringing us many, 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 many men. Many, many, many men. Many, many, many men that love fatherhood, that loves and brags about being fathers, that the one we had a child by, don't feel the same way. But that's okay. That doesn't mean that you close your heart. Maybe there's more expansion. There's more children to be had. There's more children to be made. Okay, so approach partnership with kindness and emotional stability, and you will experience mutuality. So don't go into any partnership. Don't be going into anything with any new men with a bitterness on your heart or a fear, because that baby still needs a daddy. You still got to give that baby a daddy. But the baby daddy is just not going to be your mother. Do not choose your baby daddy to be your mother because you think that is the safest thing for you to do. And having all these fears of a man sexually assaulting your child and all these different things and things of that nature. Your mother is not going to be your baby father, baby. You need to have more baby daddies. Okay. The first one didn't work out, make another one. Right? He said, they said they made Jay-Z. I said, make another one. Or whatever he said. Whatever he said. Whatever that rap was. Okay. All right. Make another one. They said you could make a baby daddy. Make another one. Get another one. And another one. Okay. And another one. My baby daddy one. We're going into this card next. So the Ace of Fire is mullein. Now we need to drink us some mullein. Stoners, we got to take care of our lungs and things like that. You know, you got to pick and choose a thing, but that's an episode for another day. You got to pick and choose a battle. Is it either going to be bacon or a blunt? Okay, a blunt or bacon. You cannot have a bacon sandwich and a blunt. It has to be a blunt or it has to be bacon. It cannot be both. All right, so, but that's a conversation for another day. Okay, so ignite the flame of creativity, seek inspiration by the light of a witch's torch. Let desire illuminate courage. A large meadow glows with the late afternoon sun. Rolling hills reveal a pasture beyond a large hedge, a towering mullein plant. Leave it alone, baby. Points toward the sky. The leaves are fuzzy and soft. Hoverflies, bees, and wasps gather nectar from the small yellow flowers at the tip of the stalk. Okay, monitoring spirits at the tip of the top. Okay. Leave it alone. No, no, no. Mm-mm. No. Thank you. No, 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 no. Now leave it alone. Leave it alone. Go over there. Go over there. Okay. Then be quiet. I'm recording. Creative inspiration is but wait. Go back. Wait. Go do it in 20 minutes. Okay, so creative inspiration is bubbling to the surface. Pursue an ancient calling from spirit. Take action to magnify your magic. It is closer than you think. Mullein is an easy to find yet often overlooked medicine weed. Yeah. Lolly. Shh. You already possess the power you need, but you may not recognize it in yourself. You will already possess the power that you need to be a mom, but you're not recognizing it yourself. The power you need to be rich, a rich mom. The power you need to get out of poverty as a mama. The power you need to get to a better, higher positioning as a mama. To go back to school as a mama. To become a wife as a mama. To whatever it is that you need to do, you have the power. You just have to see it within yourself. You have the power to chase your dreams. I was watching The Perfect Man, the Hillary Duff movie, and her mom was trying to choose between being a good mom. Yeah, baby, you're not supposed to eat the paper. I'm gonna let you do it for a second though. She was choosing between trying to navigate the spaces of the heart and the desire and longing to have a significant other and to give her child a father in a completed household, simultaneously giving up on a dream while simultaneously trying to figure out how to support her family. And so she had all these different decisions, all these things she needed to juggle, but they're saying you have the power within you to do so. But you just are having a struggle recognizing the flame and the power that you are of a mother. Okay, that's the fire that is coming in you to say, listen, that is my motherfucking child. I am the mother. You cannot tell me what to do. After you have spent such a long time being obedient to your mother, being the child that respects your parent and things like that, to now having to cuss your parent out. All right, so light mullein, inner strength and outer softness move you in an upward direction. Dried mullein stalks are dipped in wax to create torches. Follow the spark that unleashes your creativity. Allow your deepest desires to find expression. Seek courage from your ancestors. Seek courage from your ancestors, from Mommy Wada. Make me sweat. Make me harder. Make me lose my breath. Make me water. Lila, you got mommy's cards all over the place. I got one more card and then I'm done. This is the Hija Fire. The California Poppy. Get you a little California Poppy. Okay, because the way that I kind of want to sleep with my neighbor is having me want a California Poppy. A California Poppy chulo. Okay. Andale, andale, mama. Yeah, yeah. Oh. I'm horny tonight. Okay. I'm still debating, okay? And like I told you, don't punish yourself. I'm trying not to punish mine, cause I'm like, girl, but temperature's rising and my body's calling, okay? Ring, ring, ring. Let that side. I know what y'all got. Okay, so create with an enthusiasm of a beginner, boisterous play, then sweet sleep. Light up the landscape with golden joy. So even with mommyhood, light it up the landscape with golden joy. Magical objects lie on a bright yellow table: a stuffed tiger, a glitter wand, a small cauldron, and a motor and pestle. Pictures of poppy plants are scattered about like oracle cards. Real flowers frame the edge of the table. A child wraps her dirt stained fingers adorned with flashy jewels around an amber glazing ball. Okay. The hijab fire jumps at the chance to be creative. You are the creator, honey. You just created a human being. I know I'm a creator. I know I'm a painter, but honey, I ain't never painted the paint before the way that the paint painted when I painted this child. Okay, leave us, baby, leave us alone. Stop. Thank you. Yeah, stop. The hijab fire jumps at the chance to be creative. She cannot wait to begin a new project. She approaches everything with playfulness of a child. You know, you gotta approach your children with playfulness of a child. Everybody wants you to be a strict, mean, angry, nasty, nasty, abusive, yelling ass mama. You do not have to be a bitter baby mama. You don't have to be a bitter mama. You could be fun. You could be playful. You could be joyful. You could be cute and a little pumpkin. You're just so cute. You're so cute. Um, she approaches everything with playfulness of a child, knowing the strong elixir. I don't know why. Give it very much earth kid. I don't know why. I just want to growl with y'all. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. It's so fun. Would you guys find that if you're a man? Would you find that attractive? Would that turn you on? Would that turn you on, sir? If I in your ear? Okay, anyway. Y'all gonna be like, how'd she get a stepdaddy? I was like, I hope you didn't hear me fart. Okay, so she made okay. So the knowing the strong elixir of California poppy creates magic. She takes small but confident steps toward independence. She may have watched an elder many times, but now she takes medicine for herself. Just as California poppy flowers light up dry, wild desert meadows. Okay, that's your coochie with their bright colors. She starts to open the light, sways the wind, and radiates delight. Have fun in mommyhood, have fun in all the things. Don't let nobody peer pressure you into being a mean mom. Don't let nobody pressure you into being an abusive mother. Don't let nobody pressure you into making decisions that don't feel right to you. Don't let nobody pressure you into making the decision to relinquish your child. Like there was this one Lackawanna Blues was a movie, right? And the girl, now I never did finish the movie, but I started off at the beginning of the movie, right? And the girl, she was trying to make ends meet. She would have her baby. She would have the baby sleep while she go do the little club that she check and boom, boom, boom. Now the lady that was there, she was watching it and she was watching from an eye of judgment. Okay, a lot of women will watch you from an eye of judgment and try to make it seem as though that they make better decisions for your child and what the thing is with your child better than you. And so when you decide to take free range and go out the bounds of what people expect to be a good mother, people will start then to, you know, deem you want to call CPS and all the things and things on you. You want to take that road trip with your child, somebody gonna have something to say about that road trip. You want to go to Disneyland with that child, somebody's gonna have something negative to say about that. You're wanting to you know, change your child this way, where how your child wear this, that, and the third. They're gonna have something to say about it. You want to put your child in tumbling, they're gonna say you making her a tomboy. You want to put your child in swimming, they're gonna say that's some white people shit. People are just gonna always say something. But at the end of the day, you have to make sure that you know who you are. That child's mama. You are the mother. Okay? You. This goes out to you. You. Number one, number one. I won't stop until I see you, sugar. You know who you are. This is for my number one, number one. For me to show, swear it. I know I'm gonna keep on looking. How this goes out to you, baby. Wherever you are, just know that you are number one, number one. Are you there? I can't hear you. Looking for my number one. Okay. You are the mother. You are the superstar. You are the chosen one to carry this seed earth side, to raise it, to nurse it. And you can't worry about the tips and the tools of another gardener, of another farmer, Okay, that farmer is farming in North Carolina. Okay, it knows the North Carolinian soil. All right, it knows when it rains. It has the almanac. It has, is it an almanac, whatever the farmer's thing. It knows when it's the harvest moon. It knows all those things and the positionings and the feng shui and the shui shui of the gardening of the farm that is located in North Carolina. That same farmer cannot tell you how to grow the vegetables and the oranges in California. It doesn't know California's moon cycles. It don't know California's amniotic, amniotic fluids. Okay. It don't know California's weather, right? It doesn't know how to produce California oranges. It is great at North Carolina's greens. Okay, it knows how, that farmer knows how to grow the best greens from the seed of a green, but does not know how to do shit with a fruit tree. It don't know nothing about avocado. You see what I'm saying? Your mother knows how, and probably didn't even do that great of a job, but she knew how and knew the right things on the decisions to make for you. My mom's decisions on what schools to put me in and all those things was the best decision she saw fit, and it was. However, I cannot adopt that and apply that to my baby. She cannot go to Crescent Heights. She can't go to Hamilton. She can't go to New West Charter. She can't go to USC. She can't go to this, that, and the third, right? She can't go to all the schools that I have went to because she's going to have her whole new school. She not going to be at LAUSD. She might be Atlanta USD. I don't, is that even a such thing? Georgia USD? I don't know. What the fuck? She might be mommy USD, okay? Daddy USB, okay, USD. The school district, United School District, okay? She might be at the United School District of Homeschool. She might be at the United School District of an Earth School, of a Montessori school. She might be at a farm of this black lady that I found on Instagram. You don't know. That's all I'm saying. She can't raise my kid because my kid is coming up in an AI tech-based world. My mom don't know nothing about that. Computers just barely started to come out in the woodworks when I was a kid, okay? All you could do was make little notepads on the Apple computer, okay? Apple has come a long way from the first Apple computer. Parenthood, children, speak. Stop it. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. No. Hey, no. And so that's all I gotta say. Meh. This might be a 2-hour episode, okay? But I just wanted to let you know that choose wisely, friend. Enjoy motherhood. Happy Mother's Day. Welcome to our first podcast, our first episode. And I'll see you next week. Episodes drop every Sunday. Okay, on the Lord's Day. Just kidding. All right. Bye.